Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today we're going to do a quick comparison review between the Shirogorov F95 Nudist and the F3 NS here with me. Both of them are 8.75 inches long when open, and they both have a 3.75 inch long blade. In this case, they are sporting both an M390 steel blade, so really high up there in the high-end steel realm. What is different is, for example, like the finish of these blades. In fact, you can see that the F95 has more like a matte, kind of almost like sandblasted finish, whereas the F3 has a very, very fine stone wash finish. Both are pretty gorgeous, if you ask me. But honestly, I prefer the matte finish. It's more inconspicuous, it's less reflecting the light, and it's just neater for me. Also, another like pretty obvious difference is that the F3 is sporting like a carbon fiber scale, whereas the F95 is just, a slab of titanium. But actually, you're gonna see actually on this side that the F3 is a liner lock and the F95 is a frame lock. So pretty different, construction. The handle material of the F3, it's a beautiful 3D milled carbon fiber scale, with these nice notches over here. It's like beautifully contoured all around the edges, very, very nice, and underlines like a beautiful titanium frame, which has been skeletonized. In fact, this is going to be a little bit lighter than this guy because you see the slabs of titanium employed here are not skeletonized. In fact, the F95 is going to weigh in at 5.2 ounces, whereas the F3 is going to be 4.6 ounces. So yeah, it's interesting. You're gonna feel it in your hand. Also, another difference is that the F3 is sporting a multi-row bearing system, or MRBS, whereas the F95 is just single row, or SRBS. The action, it's very, very similar, but I would say that the F3, it's a little bit smoother. I mean, both are like extremely smooth in the opening and closing action. I would say that the F3 feels a little bit faster. And look at this, that's the F95, and you see the F3, it's a little bit smoother in the closing action for sure. Also, sound-wise, they're gonna be different. You see, the F95 has a higher pitch, it's more loud, I would say, whereas the F3 is more dampened and mellow. Both are beautiful noises, really, really cool sounds, both of them. Prices, the F3, it's a newer model, so it's going to be more expensive. I would say around $900. This is discontinued, and it's going to be around, $600-700, something in that realm there. Both grip are incredible because the F95 has beautifully contoured slabs of titanium, really, really nicely milled, and in the hand is gonna just feel great. The F3 also, it's insanely nice in the hand because there's a little bit more contouring going on, especially in the scale. They're like more like 3D shaped in order to accommodate better your hand. But both are going to be pretty cool and nice in the hand. Both have a lanyard hole. The difference is that the F95 is sporting the lanyard hole in the presentation scale, whereas in the F3 you're gonna have the lanyard hole like built in the back spacer. They're both made in Russia. They're pretty easy to disassemble and take apart because, just like couple screws to remove, and you're not going to have any issues as long as you use like, a dime, something like a softer metal, if you don't have the dedicated tool to open this guy, because I wouldn't suggest to use like a medium flathead screwdriver because you can risk to, mar this pretty cool screws. If you can notice right over here, the F95 has a smaller pivot compared to the F3. You see, very small difference, but like the back screw for the handle, it's bigger on the F95 and smaller in the F3. So very nice detail right there. They both have a titanium pocket clip, which has been 3D milled, is right over here, but it's quite different, guys. So I prefer the F3 one because, so if you can see on this side, right over here, the ramp, it's a little bit higher for the F3 and a little bit with a more acute angle. Let's do like this. So this translates into an easier, sliding into your pocket. Right there. And also, like the F3 has this side over here, you can see probably better how it's designed. So it's just making contact only on this side of the clip and not on this side, whereas here you have 2 points, one on this side and one on the other side. So I don't know if you can see, but you see it makes contact on this side and makes contact also on this side. So you're gonna have a little bit more friction to go in and out of your pocket, which is gonna translate into like a, more retention in your pocket, but also it's gonna be a little bit harder to get in and out of the pocket. Also something different is the jimping. The F95 has no jimping because this is the nudist version, whereas the F3 has this pretty cool jimping going on right here, just 5 notches get things smaller as they go towards the tip. Also the F3 is gonna sport like a swedge right over here, beautifully done. And the F95, no, it's gonna be just a slight chamfering going on, but it's being the nudist is gonna be more the minimalist of the bunch. Also, like a slight difference is in the flipper tab. So you can notice that the F3 right over here is a little bit more chamfer than the F95. So this is going to translate in less fatigue and less, flipper tab digging into your fingertip. Not a big deal, but it's just something to point out. Also, like the logo in the F3 is right on the blade, whereas on the F95, you just have a pretty cool sterile looking blade with the logo engraved right over here next to the pivot. So pretty cool. I appreciate like a sterile look. It's just, I think, just so clean and nice. Another difference, of course, is that the F95 doesn't support any backspacer, just a standoff right over here, and the F3 has a pretty cool titanium 3D milled backspacer right there. Also, I would say, you can notice like the thickness. It's pretty substantial in the F3, and the F95 is going to be the slimmest of the bunch. And it's, both are going to translate into a pretty cool and sturdy grip and feeling you're gonna get from both of these knives, because they are pretty nice feeling in the hand. They're both sounding very nice, and the look, personally, I think it's just gorgeous because it's simplicity. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.